Hi, and welcome to 3 Things in 3 Minutes. I'm Nersi. Today we are looking at Voidfall from Mindclash games. It plays 1 to 4 players and plays in about 45 to 60 minutes per player or more. So what it's about, Voidfall is a game that merges the Space 4X genre with an economic number crunching of Euro games. Players play as human factions in the far future when the alien Voidborn have emerged from rifts and corrupted the Dominion Empire. So players can play cooperatively or competitively over 3 cycles, each of which has a predetermined number of turns. Each turn, players will have to deal with a crisis if they're playing cooperatively, and then they play one of their focus cards, usually taking 2 of 3 actions to do things like building installations and guilds, generating resources, developing technologies, moving up the civilization track for bonuses, acquiring agendas and trade goods for bonus actions, removing corruption, and of course moving their ships to engage in a purely deterministic combat against each other or the Voidborn. Now after the set number of turns, the cycle ends. Players will fend off attacks from the Voidborn, pay resources for their civilizations, and then score bonuses for their agendas and for the cycle's event card. After 3 cycles, players will compare points to one another, or if playing cooperatively against the Voidborn. So what I like, Voidfall really fulfills the promise of adding Euro mechanics to a Space 4X game because you'll spend most of the time planning your moves to cleverly time your engine like in any good economic Euro game. However, the focus cards are flexible enough with repeated actions so you rarely feel like you're painting into a corner. And the game also has many options for gameplay, not only between the solo and cooperative versus competitive play, but also with the variable scenario setups that have predetermined complexity and aggression. And couple that with a lot of asymmetric setup, including which of the 28 very different technologies you'll include in the game and factions that have unique civilization tracks, and you'll have a very different gameplay experience each time. And the game does look great with clean but colorful artwork and components, especially if you get your hands on the Galactic Box Edition. So points to consider, Voidfall does have a very steep learning curve with a lengthy rulebook, glossary, and 4-page reference guide that has many icons for what essentially form their own language, so you're probably going to need to go through the excellent tutorial game with any new players, and you'll probably get the most mileage out of this game if you have a consistent group. And once you dive into the Euro mechanics and have a hand of 9 focus cards, each of which has 3 available actions, some of which have multiple choices, you can find that analysis paralysis can set in very quickly, which can slow the game down. And with the deterministic combat, you'll know the optimal outcome of each combat before it happens, which makes it more about math than excitement and can lead to the game being one of deterrence. And the game looks cool, but all the components take a very long time to set up. So, in summary, Voidfall does a good job of combining Space 4X with very satisfying Euro mechanics, even if those mechanics can lead to slow decision making. The game has many scenarios and setup options for highly variable gameplay, but its dense rules and iconography means teaching games are a must, and the flexible focus cards give you lots of freedom of actions, but the purely deterministic combat sometimes feels restrictive. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you like and share this video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks.